What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? My name is Nathan. I am one half of your Hill Brothers, and our North Carolina Tar Heels, the 25th ranked North Carolina Tar Heels, just took on the number 8 BYU Cougars in a nice little preseason exhibition game where the Tar Heels fell just short, 76-78. Man, this was an absolutely awesome game. And before we get into anything, I just want to say, for anybody that showed up to the live watch party that we had with me and Tori, it was absolutely flipping insane. We jumped almost 1,000 brand new subscribers during that live stream, and we had I think we had, at the peak of it, it was like 11,250 concurrent viewers between YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter all together. You guys were absolutely insane, and we appreciate you guys so much for tuning in and joining in. And all the brand new subscribers, welcome to the Hill Brothers as well. But boy, we were treated to an amazing game. North Carolina and BYU, 76-78 was the final score. You got to see two guys that you think are going to be in the lottery this year, in AJ Debonsa of BYU, the number 1 overall player, committed there, staying home and over there in Utah, and also Caleb Wilson of North Carolina. Man, two guys that absolutely just showed out in this game. You saw you saw what you wanted to see out of these two guys. They come in with all the hype of the world. AJ Debonsa just dropped 33 the other night against Nebraska, played really well. And these two got out there and played well. AJ Debonsa, you had 18 points. He was 6 of 13, 0-1 from the three-point line, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Got 8 boards, had an assist, and had 3 turnovers, but played 34 minutes. And Caleb Wilson of North Carolina shot 9 of 17 for 22 points, 0-1 from the three-point line, 4-6 from the free throw line, had 10 rebounds, got the double-double, and had 2 turnovers as well, and played 33 minutes as well, man. So I tell you, dude, this was a heavyweight fight. This one, and when we were in the live stream, somebody put it perfectly. They said this was a March Madness type game, and it absolutely was, man. Consistent back and forth, all the different lead changes, and players just showing up and showing out. Both teams played with such an effort and energy that, in my opinion, watching North Carolina basketball last season, I felt like in this game they showed more effort and energy in this game alone than I think they did any game last season. Everything felt very vanilla for North Carolina last year. It was a lot of stand around the perimeter, a guard with the ball in his hand for, using up just about every single second of the shot clock. And then it was dribble, 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 panic. Basically, that was the kind of the key phrase you heard a lot last year. This game right here, North Carolina was moving on offense. The ball was moving around. 12 different assists for North Carolina on the night. BYU had 9. They were committing turnovers. They were getting steals. These two teams just went at it with each other, man. And it was a great time, man. I'm not upset at the loss whatsoever. I think that North Carolina can take a lot from this. And both teams really can take a lot from this game. The way they play with effort, the way they play with energy. Jaron Stevenson coming out and having a pretty decent game. Had some bad runs there in the second half for sure, but he looks like he could be a factor. Derek Dixon, who had 7 points, he was 2 for 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line. He looks like he could potentially be a guy. Jonathan Powell showing that he can knock down a 3 in the game. Felt like he played maybe a little uptight, which I expect that to work itself out as the season progresses there. James Brown, who came in, instantly got two fouls, and both of them on being illegal screens. So he's got to clean up some stuff there. By the way, that dude got absolutely built, man. Seth Trimble looking the part, man. 17 points, 6 of 12. Kyan Evans, who's shown a little bit last night. Henry Vassier, man. This guy right here is going to be one of my favorite players to watch. That dude plays like a big man. North Carolina has not had a 7-foot-tall big man and some time. Armando Bacot played as big as he possibly could, but dude, Henry Vassier did a great job last night. They have some really good players over there at BYU. He was matched up against Keita a lot last night. and I felt like he held his own throughout the entire night. Henry Vasseur played 33 minutes, went 14 points, 5 of 12 from the field. Didn't knock down a three-pointer. He attempted 3, knocked down all 4 of his free throws, got 8 rebounds, had 2 assists. It was just it was an awesome time there for Henry Vasseur, man. And I tell you, man, North Carolina's team can go deep. That is for sure. And I think they showed that a lot last night. Again, some of these young guys, they've got to get themselves, in and playing with some energy and get into rhythm, if you will. Jaden Young was another one. Got to keep an eye out for him. But you're going up against a BYU team that looks to be pretty daggum good this season. And sure enough, man, they came out. They not only were they in the Sweet 16 last year, dude, they were playing out of their minds last year, and they brought in a lot of players back. Rob Wright being the point guard over there, who we call Tater Tot, Saunders, the shooting guard, all Big 12. And we found out during the game that Saunders for BYU, his grandfather invented tater tots, and that's why we call them tater tots, is because his grandpappy decided to make tater tots, which we appreciate you for doing that, by the way. Tater tots are amazing, even though I don't pick tater tots as much. Normally I go like a crinkle cut fry type of deal, but nevertheless, no, it was a great game last night, man. And North Carolina played a complete game last night. Now, some things they gotta clean up some transition for sure, and also some inerrant passes that they had throughout the night. They've got to make sure they continue to work to clean that up. Again, this is an exhibition. This is not March. We are not in March. So this is not the start of the NCAA tournament or the ACC tournament for that matter. But North Carolina came in and answered all the questions that they need to. Got to get Luka on the court, because with Luka on this team becomes that much more dangerous. And we've all seen what Luka can potentially be. We got to get him on the court and see him with this team. That is for sure. But you caught the glimpses over there at the blue-white game, and North Carolina can be a really good team this year. And I talked about it, coming into the season. I think me and Tori both kind of talked about it, especially with the ACC tip-off. If you guys saw the live show that we did there, go back and rewatch it if you haven't. That was right before we did the interviews with Hubert Davis and a couple of players, with Vasseur and Seth Trimble. But Carolina needed to come out and play like their heads were on fire, man, and play like they had the pieces on paper. We talked about how on paper this team looked head and shoulders better than the team that you had last year. And I think that you're seeing this year, especially a guy like Caleb Wilson, Henry Vasseur, another one, Seth Trimble always, of course. These guys are some dogs, and we didn't have many of that last year. You had Seth Trimble, who was a dog. You had Drake Powell, who was a dog. Outside of that, you really didn't have it, man. And you needed some true leaders last year. Now Seth Trimble's being able to come up and be a leader on this team. Caleb Wilson looks like he's going to be a true leader for this team this year. Fully expect him to hit the NBA draft the second the season is over with, which he will have earned it. That is for sure. And North Carolina, I mean, this is probably the most well-rounded team that we have seen currently. Now, it's exhibition game. We have to see how this game or how this season plays out, but how this team played together, this could be one of the more well-rounded teams that I think Hubert Davis has probably had his entire tenure right now at North Carolina. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for North Carolina basketball. If you are a BYU fan and you're watching, you should be excited for BYU basketball. I had a great time watching this with you guys last night. Again, over 11,000 of you guys in the live watch party with us. That was absolutely wild, man. Just getting started. November 3rd is going to be the first game for North Carolina in the regular season, Central Arkansas, before they bring in those Kansas Jayhawks to the crib, man. I can't wait. Looking forward to it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Be sure to let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this game. And are you excited for North Carolina basketball, especially if they can get Luka back, which would hopefully happen in the next couple of days. Hopefully, please be really nice. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. And as always, go Heels.